Generally speaking, I think that when people think of the difference between being a superhero and being a vigilante, they tend to think of vigilantes as being people who work outside of the law, people who have some personal vendetta against somebody or maybe a group of people, and they're out there looking for some kind of revenge as, being a big motive for what they do. Whereas I think they think of superheroes as being more selfless, working in a way that respects the law and respects the people. And I think that's, if I had to say, am I a vigilante or am I a superhero, I don't know that either of them fit exactly, but I would definitely have to say that I fit well more into the superhero category than vigilante. I do respect the law. I'm out there trying to make a difference within the law. And I'm out there trying to help the people, not out of any sense of revenge or anything. I'm not out there trying to bust up drug dealers because it somehow affected my family or anything like that. I'm doing things more general, trying to make a difference. And it's really just that I feel the need and the desire to go out and help people. When I'm out on patrol, what I'm looking for is people in need of help. I'm looking for things that seem out of place or just don't seem right. I'm not just looking, I'm also listening. I listen for people who sound like they have something going on, some kind of problem that might need somebody to get in there and do something about it. I'm looking for anything that I can do, anything that's wrong, that I can do something about, whatever that might be. And what I'm prepared to do really depends on the situation. I mean, I investigate a situation. I have to decide what the best what the best action is, to solve the problem and to help. And in an emergency situation, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pull out my cell phone and call 911. I'm out there acting as an extra set of eyes and ears for the local authorities. And so primarily I'm out there to inspire people to do some good. But secondly, I'm out there for that purpose, to be that second set of eyes and ears, just somebody extra watching out for things. And so I involve them. If I see something that's not right, if it needs immediate attention, I can jump in there. But it's very important to contact the police, call 911 when you have to, and let the proper authorities take care of it through the proper channels. That's something that I think is very important, and people need to understand that. But if there is a situation that calls for, real immediate attention, and, the police just can't get there in time, I've got to say, I don't have a death wish. I'm not out there looking to get myself killed at all. I'd like to live a long, happy, healthy life. But am I prepared to make that ultimate sacrifice if it means saving a life? Yes, I am. I'm not so sure it'd be a very good idea for me to tell everybody exactly what kind of weapons I may or may not be carrying, but I will tell you there are certain pieces of equipment that I find very important to have with me. One, the most important is a cell phone. The cell phone has digital video and picture capabilities. I also carry a digital camera with me. It's also capable of taking video. I'm actually using it right now. I carry a first aid kit. I carry some multi-tools. Any weapons that I do carry, I can tell you, are legal. I don't carry anything with me that would be illegal. I do have some knowledge of martial arts, primarily Taekwondo, but also some other forms of self-defense and fighting, as well as a military background and law enforcement education. But, like weapons, I feel that it's unwise to go into specifics about any of it. As far as confronting people I see breaking the law, I think it's important to take some good notes, video, things like that, and report it to the police, unless it's something that's pressing, somebody's safety is being threatened. Then yeah, obviously I'm going to step in and do what I can. Of course, I'm always going to dial 911 and let the police get there as soon as possible. Even if I'm stepping in and I'm facing them and physically confronting them, I still need to hit that 911 because there's always that chance that I'm not going to be victorious in any kind of fight. So, if something were to happen to me, I'd still want them to get there and find out for themselves what had happened, what was going on. Things like seeing somebody break into someplace. I want to protect people's property, so I do what I can to scare the people off. But again, I'm going to call the police and let them know what happened. When it comes to fighting, it really depends on how far it's escalated. Sometimes an argument, I just kind of will stand by and listen, because I found that a lot of times the people are able to work it out without getting physical. And that works best, because I know that sometimes stepping in can actually escalate it further, and I don't want to do that. But if it gets to the point where I need to step in, I will. Most of the time I work alone. It started out being that way, and I think has continued that way, primarily just because there's a lack of people in this area that do what I do. For a long time I was the only one. There's another person who has come out and started doing this, and I've had the pleasure of meeting up with him, and we've gone on patrols together. The other thing is teams. I and two people who do this in Minnesota got together and we formed the Great Lakes Heroes Guild. The purpose of the Great Lakes Heroes Guild was for us to be able to get together, pull our resources together, and do what we could as more of a group for doing things like raising money for charities. And we've also been able to organize group patrols, which I think is great. It's more effective, I think, to be out on the street as a group and let people see that you're not alone than to just be by yourself. I think that in the short time that the Great Lakes Heroes Guild has been together, we've already been able to accomplish some pretty great things.